I just want to start this video off by saying whoever took my PlayStation hat that I do every video with, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna treat you how Helios was treated by Kratos in God of War 3. Now, I want to start this theory off by saying thank you to my YouTube channel members, every single one of you, including my most recent one, Charles. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel to this day. Now, I want to start this video off by saying that Baldur didn't agree with Thor. At least I'm assuming he didn't, because he says this in the opening fight scene. Check it out.
I feel nothing, but you feel everything, yet you keep trying. I'm not my brother, and if you'd given me what I wanted, it wouldn't have ended this way. But no.
So he says, I'm not my brother. His brother referencing Thor. Now, Baldur came here looking for the giant Fae. So when he saw Kratos, he assumed this was the giant he was looking for. And that's why he told Kratos, oh, I thought you'd be much taller. Baldur never went there looking for Kratos. He went there under orders from Odin to find Fae, the last giant in Midgard who was fighting back, but then randomly disappeared out of nowhere. Once Kratos cut down the tree, protecting the forest, all of the trees, Baldur then discovered Fae's location. So he opens up by, again, looking at Kratos and saying, I want you just to come with me. If you give me what I've wanted, there wouldn't be a fight. I'm not my brother. This leads me to believe that he actually didn't agree with the slaughter of the giants in Midgard. Thor and Odin were all for it. Thor actually enjoyed slaughtering them all under Odin's orders. But Baldur saying here, I'm not my brother, means that he didn't want to kill any giants. He's only fighting Kratos because Kratos refused to comply with what he was saying. I find this so interesting, and if Baldur would be our ally in the next game, that's what this video is about. Now, let's say that Freya revived him instantly after we killed him. Freya brought him back to her home and revived him the same way she revived Mimir. Now, Mimir did say that I am technically still dead, I'm just pretty much reborn, reanimated. I feel if Baldur would go down the same route, I feel he wouldn't attack Freya. I think that he would have learned his lesson. Now, some evidence that points to this happening was that in the real mythology, once Loki destroyed Baldur by shooting him with mistletoe or by forcing one of Baldur's blind brothers to shoot him with mistletoe, Baldur did perish, and after Ragnarok was over, he was reborn, and he said that he was a different person, that he no longer looked at his old self how he looks at his current self, who is now reborn. I feel that the game may follow down a similar path. If Freya were to revive Baldur, Baldur being in Helheim, time might have moved a little bit slower for him, or a lot slower. From the time Freya took to go to her house and revive him, to him it's probably been a couple hundred years that he's been in Helheim, going through what he's going through. Time to reflect on himself. You know, I really do like this dynamic between Baldur and Kratos, where Kratos had to go through hardships to learn his lesson. Baldur has to go through hardships, him being in Helheim, to learn his lesson. You know, changing up the cycles of parent against child and child against parent, to them working with one another. You know, Baldur and Freya really do have this dynamic with Kratos. This is pretty much Freya's origin story, how she lost everything, lost her only family, and now she seeks revenge on Kratos, similar to how Kratos seeks revenge on all the gods in Greek. Baldur also has this similar dynamic to Kratos, of Baldur seeking revenge on Freya, his mother, as Kratos seeks revenge on Zeus, his father. I feel that Baldur and Kratos will have this dynamic shift, because again, Kratos now is a different person seeking peace and solitude, while Baldur may end up doing the same when Baldur wants to make amends and is embarrassed about how he acted towards his own mother. I feel that this is a great way to, you know, have this dynamic keep going between Baldur and Freya with Kratos. I think it will be pretty damn awesome. I think that Baldur would probably help Freya destroy the Aesir, because the Aesir are wrong and they pretty much used him. We learned that Mimir said anyways that Odin might have been manipulating Baldur, giving him promises of a cure Odin knows that he can never make. We do know that Odin is a master manipulator. Corey Barlog said this in an interview.
Right? She's still dealing with the fact that Odin is a giant douche, right? And the things that he did to her, right? Because he's the psychological warrior, right? Odin is kind of this character that he's not about punching you in the face, right? He's about, the psychological manipulation of saying, we're going to get a divorce and I'm going to make your son choose me, right? How messed up is that?
He's not about punching you in the face. He's about manipulating you, bringing you over to his side to do what you want. He made Baldur hate Freya that much more. Corey said that I'm gonna make your son choose me. Baldur hating his mother, not intervening when she was banished to Midgard because of his hatred for her. And it's a very interesting, complicated relationship between Baldur and Freya. But now that Baldur has time to reflect, has time to think about what he's done in Helheim, and now being reanimated in this scenario, coming back once again, maybe not fueled by vengeance, but fueled by the love and motivation of his mother, wanting to take down Odin for manipulating him all of these years. I think it'll be pretty interesting. What do you guys think? Do you think that Baldur can somehow work on his own problems for him to be reanimated and want to help his mother destroy the Aesir? Or do you think that if he would be reborn, he's just going to be the Baldur we figured out in God of War 2018? I'll let you guys decide that in the comment section down below. I'm going to be out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Deuces.